Okay, so in this video we are going to learn how to use the Carvera controller, and we're going to start the controller by clicking on this little circular icon that kind of looks like it's got little metal parts on it, and it will open up kind of a black bare bones looking program. So let's maximize it here. The first thing you're probably going to need to do is connect the machine. If the machine has not been turned off and the laptop hasn't been turned off, the machine might be connected, but it might not be. And you'll know this by looking up here at the top left. Is if this little button or icon right here is blue, that means the machine is connected. If it's not, it'll say NA, not available, and it'll say disconnect. So what you'll do is you'll click that, and you'll probably go to USB, and you'll pick one of the COM ports. Most of the time you'll only have a choice of one or two. I'm on my laptop and I have a lot of COM ports, and so usually it'll be like COM port 4, maybe COM port 5, so you'll pick that one and you'll connect it. Since my machine is currently in another room, I'm going to connect to the Wi-Fi, and I'm going to connect it by just clicking on its name. And it's going to connect up, says it's connecting to the machine. It'll load the configuration file, and notice my button turned blue. So now I'm connected. Okay. If it doesn't connect, odds are that means the machine is off. So you probably will need to turn the machine on. You can tell if the machine is off if the lights are off. So it's pretty obvious if the machine is off. And the button is just in the back, just like most machines. You just need to turn it on. It'll beep and do its thing when you turn it on. Alright, so now what we'll need to do is upload a file. To do that is you'll need to go down to the bottom left, and you'll see a little icon that kind of looks like a piece of paper. You'll click that, and a new window will pop up. The machine stores any file that gets uploaded to it on an SD card, so that means that if you wanted to redo a file later, you certainly can. And notice they're all saved as .cnc files. So what you'll want to do is upload your file, which is in the upper right. So you'll say upload file. You might have it on your USB drive, so you'll just click on this block up here in the upper left there, and you'll find it. Your D drive will probably be the right one to pick. It'll be one of these down here. Alright, it'll be a D or an E, so you'll pick one of those. My file is in the downloads folder, and I'm going to have to search for it because I've got a lot of files in my download folder. So I'm going to bring up my Tech Pioneers folder or file. So there it is, my Tech Pioneers 2. Notice it's a .cnc file. I'm going to upload and select it. Alright, I've already got it, so I have to overwrite it. You'll just click confirm that that's the file you want, or upload. It's going to upload it. So we'll wait for a little bit here for it to upload it. If you've got a simple file, this won't take longer. Bigger, complex files can take upwards of sometimes 5 minutes to upload. We'll see when we get to the rotary. They can take a long time. And then you'll get a preview of it. Alright, to see what it looks like, and you go, oh yep, I got the right file uploaded, so yay. And it shows you the G code, and always double check on your G code that you uploaded the right file, and you'll make sure that you've got that tool as your line number 1, because remember that if that T1 and M6, that tool change, isn't line 1, your Carvera might get grumpy and it might not home correctly. Right? And so you always double check that. Okay? And remember, if you forgot to do that, you'd have to go into your notepad, find your .cnc file again, and edit it. Okay? And make sure this T1 M6 is at the top. Okay? And make sure it is a T1 or T2 or T3, not a T0, because I've also learned that sometimes the Carvera is also unhappy with T0s. Okay? Alright. Now, you've got this little arrow over here. The machine, when it connected, it probably went home, but if you want to just make sure that everything is fine, when you uploaded the file, that probably was a good indicator that your machine is doing alright. is that you can click home, and the machine should go home, which is in the upper right. And it grays everything out when it goes home, and notice when it finishes going home, you get access to all the buttons again, right? They light back up. And this is your control screen, right? And it takes you back and forth when you click these arrows, right? X, Y allows you to move the bed back and forth. Z allows you to move the spindle up and down. You can change how much you move it up and down by clicking the little number in between, pin 1.1, 0.01, 0.005, so you have some precision on it. A is the rotary, which we will do here in a little bit. And in the next videos, we'll learn about margin, Z-probe, auto level, and how you can set the origin so you can line things up precisely on your piece of wood. All right. The only other thing that you should be aware of is down here there's a stop button. The stop button on the software is the same as the emergency stop button that's attached to the machine. So if you hit that, it instantly stops the machine, and you have to reset the machine with the little reset button, or turn the machine back on and off with the button in the back of the machine. So this button is the same as emergency stop, that something has gone terribly wrong and you want to stop the machine quickly. Alright, so that is basically how you use the software. It's not too bad. And we will use the machine with the piece of wood next.